Hi dear students, welcome you all for today's statistics class. In the previous class, we already discussed about quantity index number. In this video, we are going to know about the new concept and very important concept, that is consumer price index number. It's very important in the exam point of view and also knowledge point of view. It's very important for 5 marks in your annual examination. It's important for 5 marks. So consumer price index number, it is also known as a cost of living index number. Cost of living index number and consumer price index number both are same. So consumer price index we can denote as a CPI. Cost of living index we can denote as a CLI. So CLI, CPI both are same. It's very important for 5 marks in your annual examination. Consumer price index number or cost of living index number is classified into 2 types. When we are going to calculation of consumer price index number or calculating the cost of living index, we have 2 methods. Two methods of computing CPI or CLI. First one is aggregative expenditure method. Aggregative expenditure method. Formula for aggregative expenditure method is CPI. CPI means consumer price index number, or we can use CLI also, cost of living index. Both are same. So CPI is equal to summation of P1 Q0 divided by summation of P0 Q0 into 100. This is the formula for aggregative expenditure method in consumer price index number. So it is similar. It is very similar to the last place price index number. We already calculated the last place price index number in the price index number and quantity index number also, but this formula is similar to the last place price index number. Last place price index number, the formula is same, summation of P1 Q0 divided by summation of P0 Q0 into 100. Both are same. We can use same formula in last place price index and also CPI in aggregative expenditure method. Okay students, one more method is there in the CPI, family budget method, that is family budget method. The formula for family budget method is CPI is equal to summation of WP divided by summation of W. W means weight. W means weight here. So when they are not given information of weight, W information sometimes they are not given in a problem. So W is equal to the base year. W is equal to the base year. Base year of P0 Q0 means it's a value. Base year value. Weight is equal to the base year value of P0 Q0. You do understand the students? So when they are given information of directly W, we can take a W. When they are not given in a problem W information, W is equal to the P0 Q0. P0 Q0 is a value. This is the value information, means expenditure or budget. So that is base year budget or base year value is equal to the weight. Okay students, sometimes they are given information of index. Sometimes they are given information of index. I means here index. There is a 2 formulas here. There is alternative formula for this. So when they are given information of P means price. When they are given information in a problem, price related information, we can use this formula. When they are given in a problem, index information, we can use this formula. So P means price relative. P means price relative. So when they are given in a problem price relative information, we can use this formula, summation of WP divided by summation of WP. Sorry, summation of W. When they are given in a problem index related information, we can use this formula, summation of Wi. I means index here. So summation of Wi divided by summation of W. This is the formula. This is the alternative formula. Okay students, these are the two methods of consumer price index number. First one is aggregative expenditure method, second one is family budget method. Okay students, we can solve the one problem. Okay, we will solve the first problem. Calculate consumer price index number for the year 2012 with respect to the base 2005. Here we should calculate the consumer price index number, CPI. Consumer price index number is CPI. CPI we should calculate here for the year 2012 with respect of base 2005. 2000 is base year, 2012 is current year. Next, let us know about what are the given information in a problem. First, they are given information of commodity. Next, they are given information of number of units. Next, price. So commodities, what are the commodities are there? Rice, sugar, dal, tea, fuel, cloth, house rent, miscellaneous. These are the commodities are given in a problem. Next, they are given information of number of units. Number of units they are given. Next, they are given information of price. Price they are given information of 2 years. First year they already given information. 2005 is the base year means. So it is a base year, it is a current year. So base year price we can denote as a P naught, and current year price we can denote as a P1. P naught, P1 they already given in a problem. Next, they are given information of number of units. Number of units means it's a quantity information. It's a quantity information. So we can, number of units we can denote as a Q naught, quantities. So this is the given information. Based on this given information, we have to calculate the CPI. We have to calculate the CPI. So under the CPI we have a two methods. We have a two methods. First one is aggregative expenditure method, second one is family budget method. When they are given information, of quantities, so on that time we should apply the aggregative expenditure method. When they are given information of weightage, when they are given information of W information, on that time we should apply the family budget method. Did you understand this, students? So when they are given information of W, we should apply the family budget method. When they are given information of quantities, we should apply the aggregative expenditure method. In this problem, they are not given the information of W. So on that time it is not suitable for family budget method. It's not suitable for family budget method. This problem is suitable for calculation of aggregative expenditure method. Okay students, I think all are know about that. So now we should solve the problem. So first we should write down the as it is given information. Go to the solution. First we should write down the as it is given information. What are the given information? We should write down as it is. First they are given information of commodities. Commodity, what are the commodities are there? Rice, sugar, dal, tea, fuel, cloth, house rent, and last miscellaneous. These are the information given in a problem. Next, they are given information of number of units. Number of units we can denote as a Q0, means Q0, quantity of the base year. So we should write down as it is 4, 0.6, 1, 3, 12, 1, 12, again 12. Next, they are given information of price of base year and current year. Base year we can denote as a P0. The values are 1600, 1500, 2100, 60, 400, next 500, 1500, last one 2000. Next, they are given information of P1, price of current year, 3800, 3200, 6400, 100, 1000, 600, 3200, next last one 3000. These are the given information. Based on this given information, we should find out the consumer price index number by using a aggregative expenditure method. First, we should know about what is the formula for consumer price index number. Consumer price index number under the aggregative expenditure method, the formula is summation of P1 Q0 divided by summation of P0 Q0 into 100. This is the formula. We required information of summation of P1 Q0. We need information of P1 Q0 and P0 Q0. Summation of P0 Q0. These are the information we required. So we should calculate here. First, we should calculate the P0 Q0. We need an information. Next, we need information of P1 Q0. So we have to multiplication here. P0 Q0 means P0 Q0 we have to multiplication. 1600 into 4 we will get 6400. 1500 into 0.6 we will get 900. 2100 into 1 we will get 2100. Next 60 into 3 180. 400 into 12 4800. Next 500 into 1 500. Next 1500 into 12 18000. Next 2000 into 12 24000. We already find out the information of P0 Q0. Next, we required information of P1 Q0. P1 Q0 we have to multiplication here. 3800 into 4 we will get 15200. Next 3200 into 0.6 we will get 1920. Next 6400 into 1 6400. 100 into 3 300. 1000 into 12 12000. 600 into 1 600. 3200 into 12 38400. Next 3000 into 12 36,000. That's it. This is required information. Next we should make a total, because of we need a summation of P1 Q0, summation of P0 Q0. We have to make a total of this, summation of P0 Q0 and summation of P1 Q0. We have to make a total of this. If we make a total, we will get the answer 56,880. If we make a total of these values, we will get the value 56,880. Next, if you make a total of these values, we will get 1,10,820. 1,10,820. These are the values of summation of P0 Q0 and summation of P1 Q0. After creating a table, next we should apply the formula. CPI, consumer price index number. Consumer price index is equal to summation of P1 Q0. Summation of P1 Q0 is value is 1,10,820 divided by summation of P0 Q0. Summation of P0 Q0 56,880 into 100. If a simplification of this information, we will get final answer is 194.83. This is the final answer, consumer price index. Next we should give a conclusion for this. Conclusion: the cost of living index or consumer price index, both are same here. Consumer price index of a particular class for the year 2012, this is the current year 2012, increased by how much is increasing? 94.83% is increases as compared to the, which is the base year? Base year is 2005. That's it. Okay, students. So conclusion is same as related to the previous problems. Okay, students. This is the way of solution for consumer price index number. It is also known as a cost of living index. Cost of living index. Okay, students. Thank you to all.